In a couple of hours' time, Donald Trump will make his way back to court, where again, the jury is currently deliberating his future. That's a live shot right now of what's happening in New York City. I think it's only about 7:30 in the morning right now. About 9:30 when he turns up, and about 10 o'clock in the morning, which is around midnight Australian time, is when Judge Mershon, who is the judge in this case, of course, brings everyone back in. And for a second day, they start to deliberate. Now, they have 34 separate charges in front of them. They don't just take one vote. They've got to take 34 separate votes. They have not made a decision within a couple of hours, so either they are going through every single one very slowly and debating all of it, or somebody's holding out, or who knows what's happening. But Donald Trump was a little different, this time talking outside the court. When the jury had been sent away after hearing how the judge had framed the case for the jury, this sounded like a guy who knew what is coming.
In listening to the charges from the judge, who's, as you know, very conflicted and corrupt, because of the confliction, very, very corrupt. Mother Teresa could not beat these charges. These charges are rigged. The whole thing is rigged. The whole country's a mess between the borders and fake elections, and you have a trial like this where the judge is so conflicted he can't breathe.
Now, this is because at the end, when the defence offers its defence, the prosecution doubles down on its case, it is all down to the judge to then turn to the jury and say, OK, here's basically the ruler under which you have to have a look at these charges to decide whether somebody is guilty or not. And there were plenty of people on Fox last night who were saying that the options that he put on the table for the jury was so low that how could they not find guilty?
Listening to the jury charges was concerning, to be honest. I think that they were, and it's been widely reported since we came out of the jury charges, that there is clearly any of the 4 underlying crimes that he could have done. They don't care what it was. The judge said basically all you have to do is figure out whether there was intent or not. And there has been no proof of that. But the judge gave a very, very generous bandwidth to the prosecution. And I think that's why the president's comments and sentiments are exactly accurate.
Now, of course, that is a Trump attorney who is not part of this case, but clearly is speaking on behalf of the team, and they think that these things, like they always have, but they get quite specific, and I'm trying to bore you with the specifics. But then over on left-wing television, they are just sliding off the chairs with excitement because the bar is being put so low. The case from the prosecution has been allowed to wander wherever it wants, and any defence at times that the Trump people have put up has been objected and sustained constantly. So their legal analysts think just a countdown to guilty.
As you've noted with respect to Judge Mershon, I mean, I am like now, you know, I have like a man crush on him. He is such a great judge that it's hard to see that the jurors wouldn't have the same impression. I mean, you just keep on thinking, if you looked in a dictionary for like judicial temperament, that's what you get.
Ugh, creepy, really creepy.